Super Smash Bros. Is one of my all-time favorite games. I mean it. This franchise has been with me for years, shaping my childhood, my competitive spirit, and my love for video games as a whole. From schoolyard battles on the Nintendo GameCube to late-night brawls with friends on the Nintendo Switch, it's been a constant source of fun, frustration, and absolute hype, especially if you were around during those Smash Dojo days. Those were some special times indeed. Originally released in 1999 for the Nintendo 64, Super Smash Bros. Was kind of an oddball. A fighting game without health bars, where you knock people off of stages instead of draining life meters. It was weird, it was different, and it worked. What started as a modest tribute to all things Nintendo quickly evolved into a full-blown celebration of video game culture. Today, Smash is home to characters from Final Fantasy, Metal Gear, Minecraft, Street Fighter, and even Tekken. Who would have thought we would see Mario ever throwing hands with Sephiroth? But as much as I love the newer entries, and believe me, I put hundreds of hours into Smash Ultimate, there's just something magical about that very first game. It's raw, it's chaotic, and it is super simple. And it holds up in a very charming way. So imagine my excitement when I discovered Smash Remix, a community-driven ROM hack for the original Nintendo 64 Smash Bros. And let me tell you, this isn't some janky fan mod slapped together over a weekend. This is a full-blown overhaul, with new characters, new stages, new modes, and yes, even new ways to play that honestly make this feel like a completely new game built on top of the original Smash engine. And recently, Smash Remix just hit its 2.0 release, which brings with it a truckload of content. Let's talk characters. One of the coolest things about Smash Remix is how seamlessly it integrates brand new fighters into the game. Characters who never appeared in the original lineup, but now they feel like they've been there all along. Have you ever wanted to see Crash Bandicoot body slam Pikachu? Well, now you can. Curious how an actual battle between Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Mario would go? Well, you've probably been able to tell that for a while, but now you can on the N64. And of course, there's also Banjo-Kazooie, a character who finally made it to Smash Ultimate after years upon years of fan requests, is also right at home here too. What blows my mind is just how well these characters are implemented. They've all got custom movesets, unique animations, and even special sound effects. Nothing about them feels out of place or hastily thrown in. The Smash Remix team clearly put a ton of care and effort into making sure each new fighter fits the game's mechanics and style. If I showed this version of a game to someone who has never played the original, they'd probably assume this was an official release. And it doesn't stop there. You've got characters like Wario, Falco, and even Conker for Conker's Bad Fur Day. That's right, Conker in Smash. Oh, you gotta love it. Now, let's talk stages. Because what's the point of these new characters if they don't have epic backdrops to fight on? Well, Smash Remix adds a ton of new arenas, and many of them are pulled straight from the legendary franchises that are represented in the roster. You'll be duking out on stages such as the Time Space Station from Crash Bandicoot Warped, one of the many hallways from Doom 64, and even levels from, believe it or not, Castlevania. You can go through the Upside Down Castle. And even stages that come straight from the Sonic franchise, such as Metallic Madness Zone. The level design is on point, capturing the aesthetic and gameplay elements of each franchise perfectly. Some stages are dynamic, some are chaotic, and some are just pure fan service. It's like the devs took the spirit of the original game, all the love for things Nintendo, and just expanded it to cover all of retro gaming. And now here's where things get really spicy. Smash Remix doesn't just add fighters and stages, it also introduced brand new game modes that turn the original gameplay completely on its head. First up, we got the Tag Team mode. Think of it like a fighting game version of a relay race. You pick a lineup of fighters, and then you do battle. When one fighter dies, you switch out to another character. It adds an entirely new layer of strategy to matches. Do you save your strongest character for the end? Do you mix up your playstyles? It's like building your own dream team and throwing them into a Smash blender. Then there's Smashkit Ball. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's basketball, but with Smash mechanics. You gotta hit the ball into the hoop using your attacks while simultaneously brawling with your opponents. It's chaotic, it's hilarious, and it might be one of the most fun you'll ever have playing Smash. However, you'll also get potentially very frustrated too, I won't lie. The ball's flying everywhere, the players are flying with it, and half the time you're not even sure what's happening, but you're probably having a blast. And of course, there is also King of the Hill mode. It's a classic concept, you just control a certain part of the stage for as long as possible to win. But of course, in Smash Remix, the frantic pace of the game makes it an absolute war zone. Every second you spend on a hill is a second someone's trying to knock you off it. And with this roster, it could be anyone from Mario to freaking Lanky Kong. I can't stress this enough. Smash Remix 2 doesn't really feel like a mod. It does feel like a straight up full on sequel to the original game. The balance is smart, the animations are super smooth and well done. The menus are, well, actually, the menus are basically identical. The character portraits are beautiful, and the audio is just incredible, with so much incredible attention to detail. This isn't just fans adding stuff for the sake of it, it's a true love letter to everything that made Smash great in the first place. So, how do you get your hands on Smash Remix 2.0? It's actually pretty easy. All you need is a copy of the original Super Smash Bros. ROM from the Nintendo 64. Then head over to the official Smash Remix website. I've dropped a link in the description for you for that. And from there, you just simply click the Patch ROM button, upload your ROM file, and the site will then patch the ROM and generate a new version with all of the new content included for you. Then you can run this on any N64 emulator of your choice. Or if you got a flash card, like the EverDrive 64, you could even try and play it on original hardware, although I haven't tried that out myself. Smash Remix is more than just a mod. It's a reimagining of what Smash 64 could have been if it had years of development and modern fan expectations baked into it from the start. It's a fan project that manages to feel official, a remix that adds without subtracting, and it's a celebration of gaming that rivals even some of the most ambitious entries in the franchise. If you're a Smash veteran, a retro game enthusiast, or just someone who just loves to see what passionate fans can do when they roll up their sleeves and pour their whole hearts and souls into a project, honestly, you owe it to yourself to try out Smash Remix. This game is absolutely amazing, and I 100% recommend it to everybody who likes this series because, oh, it's just a fun time all around. What can I tell you?